So by the end of this presentation, you are going to be convinced that you need a funnel, and you're also going to learn how you can get one custom made for you in one day. So let's go. We're going to talk about what a sales funnel really is, why they apply to all types of online businesses, the only three things that you need to have a fantastic functional funnel, and how to set up a funnel on your website so it's selling for you night and day. These are a few examples of landing pages that I created, but you'll see my case studies website where you can look at them more closely. So we'll just gloss over this real quick. I am an author of fiction and nonfiction books. I used to own a publishing company. I have a natural gift for sales funnels. Don't know why, don't know where it came from. I'm a total systems junkie. So, this is how I have always envisioned a funnel. It's not something that's complicated, it's not something that's confusing. It is, in fact, the simplest path to connect people who have never heard of you to being ready to say yes to your offers. So, it's like your website and where your offers live are your house. And it's in the middle of this huge wood that is the internet. So there's people passing by, but they don't know about your house and you want them to come visit. So you lay out your cobblestone path and you put a gate and you hang up a sign that says, I have this cool free thing if you want to come this way. And so the people who are interested in what you offer will open that gate and follow the path. Now, if you haven't laid out your path step by step by step, what you've effectively done is you've said, come this way. And then you drop their hand, run off, and leave them wandering alone in the woods, confused. So, this is how a sales funnel is really a gift to your audience. It is a way for them to understand step by step and they don't feel lost or abandoned. They can be simple and they can be complex. It really only matters what your unique business is doing to connect between yourself, your business, and your ideal clients. So, whatever your customer journey is, you want to have a matching step on your funnel for each one. For some people, that's only two steps, super simple. For other people, it takes more education or more time, more something. So, some of the things you want to think about as you're laying down those stones is, does your ideal client know where to go next? Do they understand how you can help them? What education do they need to have to be ready for your services and products? And what makes the most sense as the next small stepping stone towards saying yes to you? You don't want to make them take big leaps. A funnel, a lot of times people talk about it. By people, I mean marketers who are super hyped up and trying to get you to do whatever their method is. And they'll say, oh my gosh, a funnel's like an instant ATM and overnight, this and that. This is not true. It's very rare for a funnel to be bringing you income and leads overnight. It takes time. And what it is best at is being a long term foundation. People are going to show up at your website at all times of day and night, whenever they discover you, whenever they happen to be surfing online at a different time zone. But when they arrive at your website, very few of them are going to be instantly ready to purchase. And that is the purpose of the opt in, the lead magnet, the cool thing on the gate. Because if you don't have a way for them to learn more and stay in touch, they're going to say to themselves, oh, this looks really cool. I'm going to come back to this later. And then they're going to completely forget and never come back again. Because I do that. And I'm pretty sure you do that. So when you capture their email with something free, you can stay in touch. You can have more touch points. You have the chance to nurture them over time, educate them about your offers. I've had people be on my email list for 2 years before purchasing something from me. But we'll get a little bit more into that in a moment. A good sales funnel is going to clarify what you do and how you help, guiding and making it easier for people, not more complicated. I'm really tired of hearing people say that funnels are complicated because they are. It also can reassure these potential clients that you are organized and professional, that you have a real business here. And my personal favorite part is that it does the selling for you. So you promote the free lead magnet, much easier to promote something free, and you never have to ask for the money because that's just happening on the back end of your funnel. And it's also basically like having a sales team that never sleeps. So whenever somebody, again, arrives on your website, it's ready to swing into action. So the three really important kind of buckets of a funnel are: you need somewhere where you're meeting people, then you need some place that you're leading them towards to nurture and educate, and you need somewhere where you're making the offer. Now, if you are, say, a professional speaker, all of this might be in one place. You might be up there on the stage, you're meeting new people because you're in a new location, and your talk is the nurturing. And then at the end, you're like, come buy my book at the back of the room. It's all a funnel in one step. But most of the time, we're going to have funnels online and they are going to have a few steps. So you always want to work backwards, start with the end in mind, as with many things. So you start with thinking about, what is the offer that I want people to say yes to? What is my big goal, my ideal offer that I wish everyone would say yes to? Start there and then think, what do people need to know before they say yes to that? What comes before that? What comes before that? Lay out the path. Take your time with this. I often spend days, even a week, thinking through, what is this pathway going to do before I ever put the tech together. And this is the spot where I said, I better mention that the thank you page is very crucial as part of your funnel. And you're going to see that funnel layout in a moment. But um, after somebody says, ooh, yeah, I want that cool thing, and they put in their email address, ideally, your system allows you to redirect to a thank you page. You do not deliver the cool thing that they asked for, because you want them to get used to looking for it in email, opening your email. And also, this page is the most viewed page of the entire funnel. Because even if they never open that email, they never look for the thing that they asked you for, they're going to see this page. So you have hot, ideal clients hitting that page. And even if they never see anything else from you, you want to put something there that will either be a small offer. A lot of people put like a small cost thing here to help pay for bringing traffic in. That's called a self-liquidating funnel. But I like to put something community based here. So on my thank you page, I have my YouTube channel. If you have a Facebook group, this is a great place for it. This allows you another opportunity to nurture, stay in touch, and create touch points. All right. So even though I said we're starting from the back, I'm going to talk about it from the front slash maybe the middle, because we haven't got to traffic yet. So for your lead magnet, the reason they call it a lead magnet is a lead is somebody who has a high potential to become your client or customer. They are very interested in what you do. They're gonna be very likely to say yes, but they haven't actually purchased yet. So you want to draw in those people who are going to be great for your offer. The magnet is what pulls them in. It is okay to repel people. The people who are not right for your offer should be repelled by this magnet, because the magnet has both ends. And the stronger you're pulling in the perfect people, the reverse that, the stronger you repel the wrong people, the stronger it pulls in the right people. So again, work backwards from the offer. Who is that target client? Who is that perfect person? What do they need to know? Can you give them what they want, but sell them what they need? A lot of times people are out there going, I need more leads. And I know that they actually need an offer that converts better, but that's not what they're searching for. So a lot of times in our business, people are searching for the thing that they want. They don't realize that it's not really what they need. You as the expert know what they need. So sometimes a lead magnet can be giving them the thing they're searching for and then shifting them into what you know they actually need. Or perhaps there's a first step that they can take on their own with some guidance from you. So, for example, I had a client who was getting on calls with people individually and explaining his kind of complex system. And he would be repeating this over and over and over. And I said, why don't you put that into a webinar so that people come to you already knowing what you do and they're there ready to ask questions. And that way you can record it perfectly. You can make sure you get all the points in there. So that makes a good lead magnet for him. It all depends, again, on you, your business, and your target client. The format of the lead magnet does not actually matter that much. It is much more important that it speak to the person that you want to be drawing in. So this is a kind of classic diagram of what a funnel looks like. And the reason it's called a funnel, because you can see that shape. You attract as many people as possible to this top of funnel, and then as they go through the stages, it's fewer and fewer people. That's natural. So, okay, if you only brought 10 strangers to this point, then maybe only two of them become customers. But imagine if you bring 1,000 strangers to this point, it's the same percentage. And so you end up with more customers. That is why it's considered a funnel. Now, the key to getting people, step one, into your funnel is that that lead magnet needs to have a very strong call to action. That is what a CTA is, a call to action. It needs to have a hook. It needs to tell people why they should want it. I see over and over again, people have their newsletter, right? And they say, sign up to receive my newsletter. I'm like, well, I mean, I already get a lot of newsletters. What's on your newsletter? What am I going to receive? Like, that's not very enticing. So your newsletter totally could be a lead magnet depending on what you give. So tell people what you give. Tell people, sign up for my newsletter so that you can receive my roundup of the very best workshops of the week, whatever it is. So you always want to be telling them what's in it for them. That's not a bad thing. It's not a selfish thing. It's not like, oh my gosh, people only care about themselves. Like, it's just that's what they need. We have a very, very busy world with a lot of competing messages and a whole lot of email newsletters. So if you want people signing up for yours, you have to tell them why. Step two, sending the emails. You are not bothering people when you send them emails. They asked to hear from you, so they should hear from you. You have to change your perspective when it comes to emails because a lot of times we say, well, I'll just email a little bit so that I don't bother people. But then what happens is they forget who you are. They forget that they signed up for your list. When you send that email 6 months later, they go, huh, what is this about? And they unsubscribe, or even worse, they hit spam, which will impact the delivery for your entire list. It's far better to keep in touch regularly and be thinking about how can I write emails that are like the one email that people go, oh, I'm so glad to see this. Because I'm betting that you probably have at least one person whose emails, when you see them in your inbox, you go, oh, I know this is going to be good. I know this is going to be value. I'm going to save this. I'm going to open this. Be that person for your ideal client. We already talked about the philosophy of the magnet a little bit. The other great thing about emails is it does not have an algorithm. So on social media, when you are posting things, the algorithm decides who sees it, how many people see it. It's not evil. It's not out to get you. It's not personal. It is a computer program that is just trying to show people what they want to see. And people can't see everything because, again, there is way too much content on the internet. So they just cannot make it so that everybody sees all of your posts. When it comes to email, there is no algorithm deciding, I think these people want to see your email today. I don't think these people do. So then you are much more in control because it's up to you to create the subject lines that make people want to open, to make it stand out, to make people see your emails and want to open them. But you have so much more control over that than you do with an algorithm. You also cannot lose your email list. We all have heard stories of people who have built their entire business on Instagram or TikTok, and then, oops, Instagram decides you did something wrong. You can't figure out what, and they just kick you out of your account. With your emails, you own those emails. As long as somebody opted in and said, yes, I want to hear from you, you can send them messages. And a lot of times people ask me, well, but what happens if my email platform goes down or, something goes wrong there? You need to be backing up your email list. Every single CRM email platform has a way for you to download what is called a CSV file. It's like a spreadsheet, and then you can re-upload that into whatever email platform you're using. So like once a month, download your list so you don't lose it. Step 3, you've built out your funnel. You now need to bring people to it. This is called website traffic, which is why I made that diagram where there's a road and street signs. So after much observation, I realized that website traffic can pretty much be broken down into these 4 categories. You've got partnership traffic, which is like what we're doing here, networking, affiliates, meeting people, referrals. You've got inbound organic traffic, my personal favorite, which is like posting on social media, SEO. It's like breadcrumbs that guide people back to you. We've got outbound organic, which is reaching out to people, cold messaging, a lot of cold involved in outbound. And of course, there's ads. You can use ads to bring people to the top of your funnel. Although I do recommend getting organic leads and sales from your funnel before paying for ads, because if you don't know if your funnel converts, then you could waste a lot of money bringing people to an offer that is not good. And even my interview with a Facebook ads expert said the same thing. So that was very validating. And I have just recently come out with this book, it's upside down, Supercharge Your Website Traffic. And I am offering this for free as part of my funnel building package. So I will talk about that in a moment, but you can also just get it on Amazon. It is great for reference, and it digs into all 4 of these types and just about everything that you can do in each 4 of these types. Okay, so this is kind of more of a funnel diagram, and I've overlaid my own idea of the funnel on it. This is just another way to help you visualize what I'm talking about. So we have cool thing for you. That is the opt-in page. That's where people land. All the traffic, like if you're posting on LinkedIn, for example, is coming to the cool thing for you. There's a little gate. They put their email address in. They get that thank you page. Thank you page says, check your email for the thing that you requested. And by the way, you can join my community. You can purchase this small thing. You can, whatever it is. Email sequence, all automated, that leads to whatever the next step of your offer is. For many of us, that's like a one-on-one call, right? We need to tell people more about things before they're ready to purchase a package, but maybe it's not. And then they get onto just your regular email newsletter after that, and it just occasionally will offer them something and keep nurturing them. But for those people who are ready to say yes right away, you have a sequence of, say, 3 or 4 emails that introduce them to who you are, your grand mission in the world, why they should want what you have, and how to get it. Now, all of this is automated. So you're freed up. You can do what you like to do. You can work with your clients, and the sales are just happening in the back end. And it's more efficient because you only have to promote that top of funnel page, and then everything else takes care of itself. So to get this set up in your business, you are going to need some tech. You'll need, most likely, as we said earlier, if you're a speaker, you can find a way to do a funnel without a website. But for the most part, most funnels are going to require a website hosting, an email automation system, also often called a CRM, which is a client relationship manager, but it also often has the email sequences automated that you can build into it. You might need a calendar booking, ability to redirect from your form to that thank you page. You don't have to have it, but it does make for a much better funnel. And then the ability to send whatever your lead magnet is. So here's an example of a free chapter funnel that I built for Carolyn McGee. We have the landing page. It says get a free chapter. It has a hook. It has a reason why the first chapter is going to be really good. some reviews, her bio. It redirects to the thank you page with an offer for the Facebook group. It could have other things. It could have a free call. It could have a discount. Then, meanwhile, you're getting emails. You're getting the first chapter, then you're getting information about the inspiration behind that chapter, about her, the benefits of reading the book, a special offer for the book. It goes to a sales page. So you can bootstrap all this in different places. You can use a service like Wix or Squarespace or WordPress to do your website. You can use an email platform like MailerLite or Aweber or Flowdesk. Do not use MailChimp. I've been hearing their ads and they're making me crazy. They used to be really good. I think they got bought out like a year ago, and it's just like they used to be great for beginners. They now overcharge, they nickel and dime you. They cannot do anything that they say they can do. The automations is like one email. So just I wrote a blog post about 8 different email platforms and comparing them, and the winner was MailerLite. So that's my top recommendation. You may want a Calendly. You may need Zapier, which is a way to connect different softwares together. However, personally, I use an all-in-one. I much prefer that. It keeps everything in one place. The connections don't break down. I use Go High Level. It does so many things. I can't even list them here. It's $97 a month for the basic, which does everything that you could possibly need if you're not an agency. And because I build funnels in a single day, you could potentially have a funnel up and running, bringing in traffic and sales before your 30-day free trial of it is even over. So yes, what I do is a funnel in a day. This again is my ADHD brain showing up. You might think this is for your benefit. It's actually for my benefit. I don't do well if things are spread out over time. I need to hyper focus and just get it done. I love the energy of building sales funnels in a single day. So what we do is we do a funnel mapping strategy session to customize to your business exactly the pieces that we need. We schedule a day over about 8 hours. I create the entire thing in your software and it's ready for traffic by the end of the day. You only have to come to like check out how it's going a couple of times. It's pretty much just me working.